Why are some spellings tricky with prefixes and suffixes? Have you ever wondered why some words seem to change their spelling when you add a prefix or suffix? It can be confusing, right? Well, it all comes down to how English handles these word parts and the rules that come with them. When you add a prefix like un or re, it usually stays the same, but sometimes it causes the base word to change. For example, happy becomes unhappy, which is straightforward. But with overmeaning above or too much, it can be tricky. You might see overpass for a bridge above the road or overcook meaning to cook too much. The meaning influences how the spelling works. Suffixes are a little more complicated because they often change the spelling of the root word to keep pronunciation correct. If a word ends with a silent E, like hope, you drop the E before adding a suffix starting with a vowel, like hope plus ing becomes hoping. But if the suffix begins with a consonant, you keep the E, as in hope plus full becomes hopeful. When a word ends with a Y after a consonant, the Y usually changes to I before adding certain suffixes. For example, happy becomes happiness, but worry becomes worrying because the suffix starts with I. However, if the suffix begins with I, the Y stays the same, like carry turning into carrying. Doubling the last consonant can also be confusing. If a one-syllable word or one stressed on the last syllable ends with a consonant, you often double that consonant before adding a vowel suffix. For example, run becomes running, but open becomes opening without doubling the N because it doesn't follow the same stress rule. The origin of the word also plays a role. English borrows words from Latin, Greek, French, and other languages, each with their own spelling patterns. This mix creates irregularities when adding prefixes or suffixes. For example, dis meaning not or opposite makes disagree, and knowing that helps decode the word. Understanding these rules and exceptions helps you spell words correctly and grasp their meanings better. For instance, knowing that dis means not helps you see that disagree means not agree. Recognizing suffixes like full or less helps you understand words like hopeful or hopeless. In short, spellings with prefixes and suffixes are tricky because English spelling rules need to adjust the base word for pronunciation and meaning. These rules come with exceptions, influenced by the origins of words. Learning these patterns makes spelling easier and improves your vocabulary.